Hey guys, how's it going? Mark here from Mix It Studios, back again with another React video for you. This one was recommended to me in the comments of another video. This is Pisces by Jinjer. I am going to go in totally blind here. I was going to do a little Googling on the band, but I kind of like the idea of just going in not really knowing anything. By the thumbnail, I'm expecting some kind of metal. Just from the looks of the band, but yeah, this is a live session, so when I searched for the track here on YouTube, this was the first video that came up. Yeah, there's no music video or anything, so I thought a live session, this would be a good one to go for. Seems to be pretty popular, so obviously I'm guessing is going to be high quality and is going to be an interesting one to dissect in terms of the mix and how it was recorded and stuff. So yeah, if you're new to the format here, I'm coming at it with my sound engineer head on, so I'm both a studio and live sound engineer. I like sort of dissecting things and working out maybe how something was recorded and listening to the mix and trying to pick it apart a bit. You know, I also like just reacting to the track, especially if it's something new I haven't heard before. So yeah, this is Jinjer with Pisces. Okay. Straight away, I like that guitar tone. Nice chorus effect there. Very nice vocals. RE20 on vocals, which pretty typical for a live session. RE20 or SM7B you'll see a lot, just because they're good mics, being dynamic mics and lower sensitivity. They're good in terms of not picking up as much spill, especially when everybody's performing in the same room. Okay, I just picked up on some vocal doubling going on there. Also, I can only see one guitarist, and there's definitely more than one guitar part going on. So there's obviously some stuff either going on in post or they're doing some stuff to playback, neither which I really have any problem with. There's a live performance and then there's like a studio session like this. And even with live performances, you know, playback is a means to be able to do stuff that you couldn't do live, you know, because you just don't have that many members or whatever the reason. I think there's a difference between if you were doing something that was claiming to be live and literally everything was pre-recorded, or, you know, you did a live session and then you just replaced everything with better studio recordings and claimed it to be the actual live performance. Then that is kind of cheating a bit. Otherwise, like, I don't really see it as cheating or you know, not the right way to do things or whatever. I think it's just an artistic license and you're adding extra flourishes and touches to things, and I think that's totally fine and can only really serve to enhance what is obviously already a great live performance, because they're obviously great live performers. That's quite clear to tell from this. But yeah, it's definitely, I think it's an actual vocal doubling, so she's overdubbed the vocal there or has got that extra vocal on playback. It could be just a vocal doubler plugin or chorus effect, but I'm swaying more towards it is an actual vocal overdub. Also, there's some very nice touches, just with some subtle delays like coming in and out on the vocal that I noticed that were very much sort of like on the outskirts of the mix. So nice kind of stereo effect going on there, which I really like. Love that kind of thing, especially in music like this. It works really well. There's really nice effects on the guitar though, like the chorus, and then there's some reverbs going on. Just, it's very layered and big sound of. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was expecting that there might be some screaming going in. What a voice. Wow. Yeah. Amazing screaming vocals, but also clean vocals, and to have somebody that can do both so well, and she clearly has a lot of range as well. I mean, those screams are real, like kind of guttural, but her clean vocal range obviously sits a lot higher. Yeah, wow, really. And the way that kind of kicked into the chorus or whatever you call this part of the song, really nice transition, kind of just went straight in there, and the guitars and everything, like that distorted tone is really nice. Great distorted tones, like the right amount of grit and crunch, but still like clean, like note definition, and quite sort of like mid-focus as well. I don't know, just the kind of guitar tone I like for this sort of music. Okay, I was trying to work out what was going on drums there with some of the miking. So yeah, beta 57 snare top, 57s on the toms, I think. At one point I thought it might be some Audix mics, depending on which shot I'm seeing. From the shot that was on a minute ago, yeah, definitely 57 on the toms, I think. Sounds like a... If it's only one kick mic, it's got to be something like a Beta 91. Nice amount of click there, and like, yeah, that top end of the beta, a lot of like scoop in the low mids, and then yeah, that real low end to it, 60 to 80, that punch there. Definitely that kind of EQ characteristic of a mic like that. But I feel like there might be a kick out of mic as well. I feel like it's more than one mic. Nice, just kind of picked up on the bass. Really nice, like tapping stuff going on there. I think that's a D1112 or something on the bass cap. And then 57 on the guitar cab. It's interesting that they've... Because both the guitar and bass sound like very clean, which would kind of lead me to thinking maybe they were, you know, more sort of modelling based and not necessarily being captured by a mic on the cab. Maybe like a Kemper for the guitar or something. But, you know, one of the main things with a live session is, like, if you've recorded things well, you've got a great source, you've got things set up right in the room, so that you're not having to, like, over-process things where you might sort of... Spill is only necessarily a problem if you're having to, like, over-EQ things. Say you have to do some mad EQ on the snare, where then you're bringing out stuff tonally on the spill of the guitar, which then makes the mix sound off balance. As long as you don't have those problems, you know, you only need sort of a good amount of separation. Wow, really like that transition there on the vocals. And yeah, great range. Okay, some overdubs there on the vocals. Wow, yeah. think that's all I can say. Wow. Yeah, wicked track. Really, really good. So thanks to the person that recommended this to me. I really, really enjoyed that, and I'd like to hear more of their stuff. Well recorded live session. Like I said, you know, there's a fair amount of overdubbing going on there, which I don't... Everybody's going to have their own opinion on that sort of thing. I don't sort of necessarily see it as a bad thing. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, though, just to the extent that there was quite a lot going on there with extra layers added in. But then, you know, it's still what they were actually playing live, like great performances. Everything was pretty exceptional. Great guitar, like some great writing there with some of the riffs, and there's some really nice flourishes on bass with some of the like tapping, like fingerstyle stuff going on. Really tight drums. The drum kit sounded amazing. The cymbals sounded great. Cymbals and snare, I mean, everything sounded great, really. I couldn't tell what was on the overs or like hats or anything. Couldn't really see that in any of the shots, but yeah, it just sounded like some very nice cymbals on the kit. Not familiar with the guitar cab, and I couldn't really spot what the bass cab was, but just some great tones there. Kind of surprised with the level of detail and separation. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a model tone going direct in rather than being mic'd, which is definitely one way to approach a live session like this, where you've got instruments where you don't necessarily have to mic things up. Just get a direct tone, and then you've got total control over that instrument. But the main thing with live sessions really is just recording things well and getting things set up well in the room in terms of like any separation that you want or anything, because as long as things are like tonally balanced and you're not having to do anything mad in the mix, it's really more like about balancing things out and like compression and stuff, and yeah, just creating a good like leveled balanced mix. But you shouldn't have to, like any recording really, if you get things right at the source, you shouldn't have to really go to town too much, and then, you know, to the degree where you've got spill, where you then might be influencing other instruments in a negative way through EQ and stuff. Yeah, it's a fantastic track. Really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, and please, if you have any recommendations, I've already got a fair few that I want to try and get through, but don't let that stop you recommending any other tracks you think you might like to hear my thoughts on, and any feedback as well. You know, I'm sure there's always things I could improve, and I'm enjoying these videos and want to keep trying to make them better for you and keep them interesting for you. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again in the next one.